Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Nate the Great coming at you with another live. You already know if you're new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. To all the returning friends and family, you already know it's peace and blessing. Give y'all a little bit of time to tune in case these notifications ain't go out. Harry, what's going on, my guy? Sirius, what's going on, baby? And give me another second while these motorcycles keep riding past me. First things first, hopefully everybody having a blessed and productive Saturday. Uh, Hopefully everybody's smoothly getting through the weekend, period. Whatever plans you might have. For those, especially in the hot spots, keep yourself hydrated. Yeah, all right now. Keep yourself hydrated and also, just make sure you being aware of your surroundings, especially if you're going out and about, especially to the ladies. If you got plans to be out tonight, out and about, partying and doing whatever, then keep yourself safe. Popcorn, what's going on, my guy? Oh, and also for those in the city, yeah, the weather kind of mixy, but nonetheless still kind of humid. So do what's necessary. Keep your body preserved. Keep your health preserved as possible. Appreciate everybody that tuned in Thursday for the conversation. Definitely was a great one. Missed it, you can catch the replay. Definitely. BDBGP. What's going on, my guy? Had to chime in a little bit. Cautionary tales for those who need to hear it. And I know before I go left, cautionary tales. So yeah, let's do this real quick. Um, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm I'm old school to a degree as far as the spirit is concerned. Some things I really just don't believe in. Um, One thing I don't believe in, especially for some of you young women out there, is putting yourself in a dangerous position. And some of you young fellas too, putting yourself in a dangerous position. I've always felt if somebody is married, somebody's in a serious relationship on the verge of marriage, um, the notion of enticing that person or even bringing temptation to that person, it could be a bad thing for you. Tanya, what's going on, baby? There's some of you who don't care. You don't even care about the safety of others. I'm going to say this. It should never get to a point. You're going to do what you're going to do. Hey, being the home record for the fellas, you out here doing whatever. Hey, listen, there will be consequences to that. One thing it should never do is be brought to a workplace on top of it. Because you don't know the severity of things, and you don't know how some of these people will react. Prime example: if a man's find out his wife was cheating on him with somebody, especially with somebody at the workplace, you don't think 9 out of 10 that person gonna come up to find out who the person is, even have a gentleman conversation? Oh, well, they're gonna come up, but you don't know that person probably don't want to talk. That person probably might come here to do some damn harm. And if you ain't putting that person in harm, you're putting everybody else around you at harm. Your private business should be your private business. I can't tell everybody, and I can't dictate to everybody how you should move. But there's certain things that you should already know off the rip you shouldn't go forward with, period. Like prime example, if I know you still married on paper, I'm not having any form of anything with you. That's just me in per se. I know you married or you somewhere deep into something. No, I'm not gonna do that. It ain't worth it. This is what I was saying the other day about people communicating, so you can avoid situations like that. That person found out wife was cheating on him, and yeah, he did come up to the job. Now, if he would decide to just come in or fit a rage and probably did something, 9 out of 10 innocent people could have been hurt. Didi, what's going on, baby? You don't know what goes on the mind of some of these people. These people probably already be on the brink of snapping. And then to find out something like this is going on, oh, that's definitely going to drive them off the edge. Could have got your co-workers killed, God forbid. Could have got your co-workers hurt. You basically caused a stressful work environment because you refuse to stop having an affair with somebody that you know is clearly married and that their husband is, it's crazy. Lady Shay, what's going on, baby? This is what I'm saying. You put co-workers and even yourself in danger by continuing an affair with somebody. How do you think that makes you look? Or how do you think the world is going to perceive you? You are dealing with somebody that you know is married. Now, from the spiritual perspective of things, I thought that was a high crime. When you know people are married, you're not supposed to be interfering in their marriage, and they're not supposed to be letting people interfere in their marriage as well. At least that's what I thought. But nowadays, you'd be surprised who's doing what. But it is sad to have that type of situation happening, and then you can put people in danger. We've heard of stories like this. You know, my thing is, you got to feel a type of way for even being involved in that type of situation. You would have to feel a type of way. Your conscience, your spirit, something should tell you, like, know what, this ain't right. As much as I would like to, whatever, I can't do that. Young men, stop putting yourselves in harm's way. I don't care if you know how to defend yourself or if you're ready to go. Don't put yourself in harm's way because you don't want to stop dealing with somebody that you know is married. Tamika, what's going on, baby? My thing has always been find somebody that you know is single, find somebody that you know wants you. Like they always say, marry the person that wants you, not the one you want. Find that person that's going to love you for who you are, want you for who you are, and embrace you for who you are. Those are the people you should be trying to link forward to. Some people I know it's a transition or a retransition because they was already in a good position or they was in a position, but things just didn't work out. I grant and give all of that. But again, don't put yourself in harm's way. In that quest for trying to find somebody to spend time with, again, you don't want to put yourself in a dangerous or precarious position. You want to make sure that regardless to what, this person is going to be for the long haul, not for the temporary or the short haul. I've always felt the fears, in my opinion, they just ain't short lasting because some affairs they break up. And my thing is, how could you feel comfortable doing something out of the ordinary, especially if you are married? Again, you're supposed to be respecting the boundaries of a marriage. Honoring. You're supposed to honor your marriage too. And if you feel like there's a situation where things are just not going right, even in your marriage, then again, like I've been speaking and stating on this past week, you need to open your mouth and start communicating with your significant other. That goes for you fellas as well too. Because some of you fellas will sit there and allow a woman to do you dirty, but you don't want to leave. You know, we got women that do that too. They be so stuck up and so hard up. Nah, I don't wanna mess this up, or I don't wanna look, keep it honest with you right now. If a person's not gonna give you their all, they're not gonna give you their 100, they're not gonna be open and honest with you, then guess what? You need to from there find out what you want to do and move forward. Again, that is the thing about communication. Sometimes you might not want to have a talk, but you're gonna have to. In every marriage and every good relationship, you're gonna have to have talks, whether they're uncomfortable or not. But here's the thing. Again, communication lines should always be open. So this way, there is no surprises. There is no, do I have to worry about this person doing anything to me, so on and so forth. Some of you people gotta learn self-control. And I mean really learn the value of self-control. Can't go in every situation just thinking with your hormones. And that's on both ends again. This is why we get certain situations with people being unalived. In my opinion, I wouldn't care how beautiful the person was. I wouldn't care how great I thought that person was. If I know that person is with somebody and they are bond together, there's no way I could find myself getting in the middle of that. Again, this is just me saying that. We know everybody think different, but some people still have that notion of thinking like how I do. I'm not going to try to be the home wrecker of something that might have been going, that might have been going good. But again, even when you feel things are getting a little rocky, and again, this is for you fellas, just like you ladies, speak to your significant other and let them know what's on your mind. Work on things. And then from there, you'll get a true understanding of what it really is to have a successful relationship or even marriage. See, now when you're dating, it's different because, you might just be dating somebody. You might be feeling that person for a little bit, but then again, at some point, things might get a little stale or things might not work the way you think it should work. So you keep your options open. But when you know you got somebody that's a consistent person, that's when you start working on what you need to work on, which is where you're going from point A to point B. And it's sad because again, some people shouldn't have that notion to say, well, I'm gonna take this person's I'm gonna take this person's woman, I'm gonna take this person's man, so on and so forth. Shouldn't be that way. But then again, I've always said this to a degree too. If they was truly yours, then nothing will be able to break that bond. If a person really truly loves and cares for you, no temptation, I don't care how deep it could get, won't tarnish that. 702 baby. Y'all already know if y'all just tuned in, hit the like button. And again, that's on either end. That's just like some dudes just get mad. Yo, son, you going? If she was really your woman, or if she was really your girl, she would have valued you. She would have respected you. She wouldn't have even thought twice of doing anything that could possibly, cause any form of arguments, discomfort, or anything, and vice versa. If that was really your man, he would be locked on to you. There would be no, I'm looking at somebody else, or I'm about to try to flirt with somebody else. It's just real raps right there. Like, come on. Like, I told somebody that one day. I said, look, you're going to have your moments when everything seemed to be unclear, but trust me, when you really take a step back and focus on the most important things, especially when it does come down to you, you'll start piecing everything together the way you need to piece it together. It should never be a situation where you feel you can't trust your significant other. But then again, if you keep the communication lines open, there will be no need for anything. There will be no second guessing, self doubt, none of that. And you gotta learn to better yourself sometimes too. You gotta know your true worth and your true value. Give me 1 second, yo. Let me make sure. My bad. I thought this damn yeah. Thought this truck was coming up the block. Yeah, but just gotta remember that part. A person will show you in actions more than anything that they are truly for you. But if you sit there and you really discuss what you need to discuss, you'll figure out the things you need to figure out. And even if there's things that's happening where it might be getting a little stale, again, sit down and talk. But again, open your ears and your eyes and, really listen to each other. It is about the whole and all respect, bro. Respect your relationship or even respect your marriage. And for some of y'all, look here, there's some situations where an affair has turned into another form of a relationship. But then again, you got to remember this part too. If this person left this person to be with you, what makes you think they won't leave you for somebody else? Or what makes that person think you won't leave them for somebody else? That's why it's always good again to just narrow down the playing field the way you're supposed to. And make sure that the people you are going with or the people you are trying to build something with are not hiding nothing. Like make sure they ain't no, well, I'm still married or things along those lines. Or I'm in an open relationship or some shit. Just make sure it's not those situations right there. Because again, you don't want to fucking share nobody with nobody. I'm sorry to say it that way, but who wants to share you with the world? Nah, it's the truth. So if you got them by means of not so much a strong arming, but if you got them by the means of, I destroyed something that they had going with somebody else, it'll only be a matter of time before it happens to you. Because again, what makes you think they won't leave you for somebody else if you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing? And see, this is what I'm saying. For some of you men and women out there, you feel you're not, again, gaining what you're supposed to be gaining out of a relationship or marriage, then you need to sit down and have that talk. See what y'all can fix, see what y'all can do, and if it can't be fixed off, it's already just to a point where there's no coming back to terms, then hey, do what's necessary. If there's no children involved, then you definitely do what's necessary. Again, why put yourself in a position with somebody if that person doesn't want what you want? You can't be with somebody, prime example, if they don't believe in being married. Can't be with somebody if they don't believe in certain fundamentals or even certain values that you hold dear. You can't be with somebody that doesn't believe in commitment, that doesn't believe in being faithful. You can't be with people along those lines. Those are the ones that will hurt you the worst. Because here it is, you wasting your time and energy thinking there's something there and there's not. Again, you need to make sure that the person you trying to vet feels the same way about you feel about them. And then and only then, once you feel you found it, you know how to grasp onto it, and you prepare for the long haul. Because yeah, you're gonna always have little bouts amongst each other, but it should never get to a point where you distrust each other. I done had heated arguments back in the day when I was doing the whole relationship shit. And even when I've gotten at my madness, nothing ever stuck in my head to say, you know what, I'm gonna go do this girl dirty. You know what? She just pissed me off. I'm gonna go get something for the night. Forget that. Never had that bone in me to really do so. I don't care how rough and tough I am. There's just some things I do value. And one thing I've always remembered is never playing. You know, never playing with somebody's heart. You know, something you can't do. Wait, hold on. I got you. You want to pop in? I got you. I got you 702. Hold on. You know, this is my thing. Fellas, you don't want to be trying to go after somebody again that you know, prime example, if they was willing enough and ready enough to leave a person that they really had some form of build or some form of time with for you, it's only a matter of time. Blackout, what's going on? It'll only be a matter of time before that role gets reversed. And on both ends. Fellas, sometimes it's good to just find your own. Same thing with you ladies. It's good to find your own and not try to disturb someone's peace and balance. If you want that type of happiness and joy you think you see somebody have, then you need to get out there and find it. But sometimes, looks can be deceiving. Hold on, I got you. What's going on, 702, baby?
Hey, Nay, how are you?
I'm good, I'm cool.
I came to bring no knowledge to the subject. I came to sit on the couch. So I
Candy, can couch.
have a couple of questions for you as a guy, and I hope it helps all of us ladies out, right? But we
Yeah.
always talk about the vetting process of when you meet someone, ask them a lot of questions, take a lot of time, right? But what
Mhm.
about when men start disclosing things from their past to you? At this point in my life, I kind of like shut off once they say one or two things about their past because it says a lot to me. But then people are
Yeah.
out here saying you shouldn't judge people on their past. Where do you stand with that as a man?
I'm staying with that same notion. I can't judge everybody who had a past. As long as that past wasn't damaging, as long as that past is not going to mess with our present and fuck up our future, uh, that's just me. I've always been that way. I look at everybody's had a past. There's some women right now who have a terrible past, but you got men out there who still won't give a damn. If they feel somebody they can connect with, then they're gonna connect. But it's tricky sometimes because yeah, you do have to make sure a person is, you know, who they say they are. Like I told somebody, make sure that they ain't on no type of time that they shouldn't be on.
But see, that's why I feel like it's one of the two things I was going to ask you about this, a double edged sword, right? Because a man will tell you, oh, back in the day I cheated. Back in the day I played women. Back in the day I was irresponsible. They'll tell you these things and say, oh, that was the past, right? But then as
Uh,
your relationship with them progresses, you start to see the same things. So it's kind of like that saying of a person is who they are, right? Don't you feel like
yeah,
the opposite can be true too for men?
yeah, because you have listen. I've been around all sorts of men. Like I said the other day, I've been around from the most upstanding men to the lowest of the low. The one thing I can say about most of those men that I've been around is that they do take care of what's necessary. But the one thing they don't do either is, they don't hide nothing. Look, I knew a pimp. He really was out here pimping. What you think he doing right now? And he ain't locked up, but what you think he doing right now? He done been left the game eons ago. What you think he doing right now? He's a pastor of a church.
Right,
Like he
right.
doesn't change his whole like people can change. Look, you can't escape your past. It's more about what you learn and how you grow from there. Like prime example, you could be a pusher. You could be a pusher your whole life, but then decide, you know what? I want to do something better and I still got time to do it. And you can change up. Yeah, your past don't always it don't always define your present and your future. It's just a story. It's giving you a like, look, this is what it used to be. This ain't it no more.
But now a little bit different, but on the same view. This is my last question for you, therapist. My last question.
Just call me therapist. Don't let me bring
Yup.
baby Ruthie, god
This
damn
is
it.
my free therapy. This is my free therapy. But they say it's invasive to do a background check on somebody. But think of all the women, including myself, have had a situation, right? Where if you would have did that background check when you first met that person, you would have known the things that may have come. Because what if you find out you're dating Jeffrey Dahmer? If you knew that ahead of time, you wouldn't even go deeper with it. You know what I'm saying? How do you feel about a person doing a background check on the men's side?
Listen, I even tell men to do a background check on the women. Because like I said, it's a two-way street. You know, you don't want to take that chance. But in certain circumstances, like you see, I would say, prime example, the best way for you to do that if you feel it's an imminent danger is just follow the warning signs, basically. Even if they ain't being present right then and there, still just observe and see what happens. You know, like prime example, if you think this person could be a drug user, even if they ain't showing signs right now, still make sure because you never know. Some people are good with concealing shit, you know. But if you feel you have to, then you do the necessary steps because it's your safety more than anything. There you go with that crap. See, I'm putting you on a timeout 702. I'm tired of your shit. Don't you be leaving off my damn stage like that? Serious, she ain't going nowhere. Put the padlock the damn club. Sophia too, baby. You're always more than welcome, 702. But you ain't gonna be leaving my stage like that no more. Don't let me bring baby Rufus out, man. I hear you, sis. Get to that money. No, but you gotta remember that part. Nah, you have to do backgrounds if needed. But again, like prime example, if a person is abusive and had a history of being abusive, then you would want to make sure this person is not going through all the unnecessary things. I ain't messing with you, black guy. No, but it's the truth. You have to. Because again, some people could be hiding important things from you. It don't always gotta be something bad. Prime example, it could be something with your health, but you trying to hide it from people. You can't do that. Sometimes you gotta get a report on something and see what's going on. And that's on both ends. That's just like if I'm supposed to be dating you, but I know you got some form of health issue where it could get critical and we not know it or not be expecting of it. I'm not trying to hear that down the road. Oh, this is what was all happening. No, like do a background check sometimes, especially if you really don't know a person inside and out. But I've always felt some people should just be amongst the people that they know. Like if I grew up and knew you, like even if we never had whatever, I still know you. I would rather take my chance then than somebody that I just don't fully know. And if I'm going to do that, then I'm still going to be on point. A lot of times you just got to follow your gut instinct on things. Follow your gut. Like fellas who think she for the streets, they ain't got to do no background check. But just know if there's more than one situation where the name is being brought up in something, then yeah, you need to take on consideration. Now again, it's cool that find your own peace in your own space with somebody, and somebody that's actually single, not somebody that's married, not somebody that's in a relationship. Find somebody that's not taken. You know what it is, 702 again. Look, sometimes you can't always go off of a good presentation and a smile with some people, and that's on both ends. But again, no, you really need to sit down and pick brains with people sometimes. Again, if a person can't even hold a straight conversation with you, that's a problem. I hear you serious. You're supposed to. At all costs, you're supposed to. And that's on both ends. It's not so much as just safety of on a physical note. No, you want to protect your heart. You want to protect your heart. You want to protect your mind. You want to protect your peace. Like prime example, there's some fellas that are not going to deal with the constant nagging 24/7, especially if they the ones that are actually doing what's necessary and the ones that are really on the forefront. They're not trying to hit at all that. My thing is, again, for some of y'all, you know what it is. I know what it is with some people. Some people use social media, prime example, as a way to just grab something. But you forgot, social media is a B right now because again, you still got catfishing going on. You still got cautionary tales that are being brought about people meeting on the internet and then meeting in real time and shit don't go right. Or if it do go right, they basically both got catfish because this one is expecting this. This one's expecting a tall person. This one's expecting yeah. There's a lot of different things going on. That's one reason why some of the dating is kind of the way it is now. You got people online right now, married, not saying nothing, or if they saying something, they still pursuing something to a degree. That's what I'm saying. You gotta know somebody. And even if you out and about in the streets, again, if you single, that's why they say single and mingle. I'm a single. Well, we gonna mingle. I don't know if anything else gonna happen after that. Especially if I feel there's not any real form of a connection there, or it's just something about you that's just making me feel uncomfortable or making me feel unsafe on either end. So no, I don't need that. 702, the most I can tell you right now, sis, is just make sure that next confrontation you have, and I'm talking about the smooth confrontation, is with somebody that got a stable mind and don't got nothing to hide. See, again, with some of y'all mess up, and not just you women, you men too. You keep going just by the looks alone. Outside beauty don't define everything. They don't. Yeah, blackout. See, and that's the thing. The people that are not, but see, this is what I'm saying. It's all right to be a little weird because we all have some weird people around us. Even some friends around us are kind of weird, but we still love. We still love them, regardless of what. They ain't doing the super weird shit, but again, it's just some people are unorthodox basically when it comes to certain things. But in these times right now, you got to be more careful. Again, like some of y'all going with this internet dating, this internet hookup shit. You better make sure that the person you speaking to on the internet is the same person when they get off of this damn computer. And again, some of y'all just gotta, read between the lines and read the general gist of it. Like, look, there's no way you're gonna tell me I'm not gonna at least have some form of a FaceTime or a conversation with somebody and make sure that's who they are. I don't blame you, serious. Hey, you gotta do that. But technically, that's really what it is. Dating, that's what it is. An interview with a person to see if they gonna be your significant other, your lover, and all of that. That's basically what dating is to me. It's an interview. I'm gonna have to make sure everything is everything with you. Then when you start really sitting there and talking, now, all right, you done went from the interview process to the orientation process. From the orientation process, you move further up the scale now. Now there are some people who have done the internet dating and actually found, and still to this day married to the, or you still with the people that they linked up with. You want to know why it succeeded the way it did? That's because they knew how to keep things under wraps. But with some of y'all come on and you try to do whatever, and then you don't keep it under wraps. Things that shouldn't be talked about on get talked about on. Like, come on now. Whatever we discuss is whatever we discuss. Even if you're gonna be some form into social media and you tied into it deep, your personal life, your personal situations, unless you're given a cautionary tale or unless you're given a helpful advice tale, don't need to be discussed. Jewel, baby. There's people, prime example, that you would never even think of dating or you would never think would probably link up. But guess what? They linked up. They continuously stood together. Hey, that's because, again, communication. Look, outside of this, it's about me and you. There's some people who have hooked up on the internet dating shit, especially within their own city. Some people might have found something outside of their comfort zone. Hey, there's some people who are leaning towards internet dating because look at what's going on in the streets right now. It's hard to decipher certain things the way you need to because there's always a whole bunch of what ifs. Denise, baby. Now, see, this is my thing. There have been people who have created something on a social media platform as far as whatever. And again, they doing their damn thing. Some people are still with the streets as far as, I'll find something doing my normal routine. I could be at a damn art show or some form of a music show or something like that. I could meet somebody that catches my eye. All right, let me see what this person is about. Let me see if this person is even. My thing is, once you think you got it locked on certain things, you shoot your shot. You got to shoot your shot properly. That's it. Nah, we ain't talking about him. See, white chocolate keep getting your ass in trouble. Damn it. No. Oh, in case y'all didn't know who the hell white chocolate was. Yeah. I smell the email coming. Thank your punk ass 702. Man, listen, I owe you a man. Head. Take his little ass. Shut up. Got on my nerve already. One more again. Yeah, damn it. Come in here with that madness, damn it. Nah, but you gotta be real with yourself. Look, no matter how you decide to do dating, or no matter how you decide to find your quote unquote peace and significant other, you just gotta make sure that they mentally stable, that they mentally capable of seriously being on board with commitment more than anything. You've had opposites who've attracted, and that's because, again, they know how to simply communicate with each other and not the world. Again, there's some things you can't let everybody into your situation with. Because, again, when you put it out there, then everybody's going to have an opinion about it. For the ones who actually know how to keep their mouths closed and actually know how to focus on what they're focusing on, congratulations and kudos. Because, again, when you are in certain situations, especially when you're building, everybody's going to want to know what's going on with you, the latest, so on and so forth. Now again, you could be dating somebody or you could be with somebody relationship wise. And some people will never know until at least at some point. If you don't bring it out, somebody that did know at some point says, "Well, look, I don't know if y'all knew, but yeah, Molly, what's going on, baby?" No, you're supposed to. Serious, you are because again, you shit. Just like look, what Seven Doe Two just said. You don't want to take that chance, and you got a fucking serial killer on your hands, or worse. You know, again, because everybody mind is different. And some people are very well with conceived, just concealing all that. That's why I said before you start to do anything you need to do, follow the signs first, more than anything. If the signs is telling you something that don't seem good, then you better follow it. Give me 1 second, y'all. No, I'm multitasking. Oh, yeah. Cooking in the damn kitchen. Hold on. No, but you supposed to do that. No, you're supposed to do that, though. You are supposed to make sure that a person is mentally capable and that they're on the same page with you as far as building. You know, again, make sure that they're committed. One thing you should never do, especially when you are trying to live your best life, is put yourself in any form of danger or jeopardy. Like I was just saying earlier, that girl could have messed around, God forbid, and got damn near her whole staff killed if that person would have came up and decided to just shoot the whole place up. Nobody wants to hear that no man wants to hear his wife is out here cheating, just like no woman wants to hear her man or her husband is out here cheating. That's just real raps right there. Nobody wants to find out, period, that their significant others are out there cheating. Oh, I smell it. Oh, my bad, y'all. I told you I'm in here cooking. I'm out of barbecue sauce, damn it. Damn. My bad, y'all. I'm out of barbecue sauce. Oh well. Process nonetheless. But no, you just gotta remember that part. You don't want to be with somebody and you don't know their full background. See what needs to be clear, prime example, what needs to be clear though. No doubt, Marlene, appreciate you, baby. But this is what I'm saying. You gotta remember this part. Person shouldn't have nothing to really hold back. When it gets to a point where you feel like you want to move the chain forward, that's just like if after a few dates you feel that strong connection, like you really could be bobbing with each other on a boyfriend girlfriend tip. Then you might as well just start having the in-depth talks to some degree. Look, if there's anything I need to know, please tell me now. I don't want to find nothing out further down the line. You have to let yourself be known. You have to assert what you want, not so much just what you want. You also got to assert what you need and also just assert the expectations of things. Okay, I expect you to keep it honest with me. I expect you not to go out there and do this. I expect you to at least come home in one piece of me and you all together. I expect you to respect our boundaries and our relationship. Things are on those levels. I hear you, serious. It's the truth. You don't need that. You know. That'd be like you thinking you with somebody, that person tell you they don't got kids, prime example, and then you come to find out they got an assortment of kids. That nobody wants to go through that. You don't want to think you about to try to make a step with somebody. You come to find out they still either married or they still be possibly, even if they separated, they could still be possibly having relations, so on and so forth. This is why I said it's good to just have your own and find your own. Some of you young fellas is making that mistake too. Give a damn, son. This is that and third. Yeah, okay. At some point, you're gonna have to care. Some of you just look for momentary gain. No, look at the big picture and the long haul of things. I hear you, Marlene. Shoot, work is almost over. Almost over. Don't worry. You got to come to conclusions though. The minute you start feeling certain things here, you sit down and have a talk. And if things are still on the up and up, then you do what's necessary. Fellas, there's some of you who say you want certain things and you require certain things. Well, guess what? Do what's necessary. Your gain was necessary. And you won't have to do the unnecessary. And vice versa with you ladies. Don't let that bar go over your head. Do what's necessary so you don't have to do the unnecessary. You make sure that the person that you're dealing with has nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing that you feel could either be a deal breaker or anything along those lines as far as a relationship is concerned. Like with some of y'all fellas out there, you out there messing with women who still dealing with the baby fathers or the estranged husbands, so on and so forth. Not fully knowing if she's still doing things with that person. And if things are still going on with that person, then guess what? You just in the midst of a triangle. Who wants to be in a damn triangle? Nobody. From my logic and perspective, you being in the court in the middle of a triangle, what is that getting you? In the long run, you still lose. You both still lose. All of you still lose. That's why I said sometimes it's good to know everybody in your area, even if you don't resonate with them, even if you don't mess with them. Still know who's who. But come on now. Nobody wants to be in the midst of that. Some people have, again, lost lives because of that. Some people's lives have never been the same after that. And some people end up getting what they exactly got. You stole somebody from somebody. Now you done got stolen. Or the person you stole done got stolen. So again, gotta be truthful about shit. Cool gamer, what's going on? And see, this is where we all get it twisted again because we don't assert ourselves. Yeah, it's weird to hear a man say that shit, right? Yeah, I know. But it's logic, at least from what I've seen. Never hear too many good stories coming out of situations like that. Dealing with people that you know are married or seriously involved, that's not good. Now again, there are some people who have learned the lesson, learned a valuable lesson. Because again, some people might be young and dumb with it, but when they gain some wisdom out of at least that damn situation right there, then they learn not to make that same critical mistake again. To be honest, in my opinion, I feel some people are just comfortable doing that. They'd rather either be the home wrecker or just be the single until whenever. Guess what? At some point, that misery starts to haunt you too. You don't want to be with somebody. You don't want to be at least waking up to somebody, going to sleep with somebody, sharing great moments and memories with, building on that accord. Try to front and play hard all you want to, but guess what? The heart never fucking lies about that. The mind doesn't either. Chef, what's going on, my guy? And honestly, there's some people that don't know these things are going on. But even when they find out, some people are disgusted behind it. They are. But this is my thing though. You are supposed to have honor and respect for anything that you're doing. At least on that level of relationship, you're supposed to have that much. I expect my girl to love me, prime example, if I'm cheating. Or she finds out I'm cheating. 9 out of 10, I just ruined something good. Or even if she decides to forgive me, right, it's still not going to be the same because the trust in the bond was broken. I've always felt, in my opinion, when you get situations like that, you move forward and you never look back. You never look back because guess what? There's no need to go back. Even if that person has changed, prime example, learn from their mistakes, you're still going to have that doubt in your mind 9 out of 10. Like I said, a lot of times, pay attention. Hey, yo, chef, man, where the lottery tickets at, man? Hold on, brief intermission. Where the lottery tickets at, man? Since BMF ain't in here, man, listen, where the lottery tickets, man? I know you've been out already, man. Pass them suckers in the chat. I need something to scratch. Come on. Come on. Sirius locked the door. Nobody's leaving right now. Everybody's being held hostage. Except for Marlene. We can't let her be late for my break. But yeah, you just got to think about that. Your heart is never going to deceive you. And you want to know why? Because again, when you really have a clear mind on things, your heart is always going to be in the right places. Again, it's more about just finding somebody that shares that common love, that common wisdom, and again, just building the great bonds with. Again, you got to think about it. You have to be honest with somebody because guess what? Prime example. That's just like if you do got kids, right? Now you out on the dating field, especially if your kids are still young. You out on that dating field. Uh, your options are going to be what they are to some degree. But if you do come across somebody that's willing to even take you in, whatever the case is, you still got to be mindful on things. Or, prime example, you might be dealing with somebody. They probably don't want kids or don't like kids, prime example, right? You would want to still be honest and tell that person. And you know what? It's the truth. You got a point right there, but you also got a point too, Denise. For some people, it is. Again, my thing is be real with somebody. You be forward and tell them what you want. And if they are going to be able to meet those requirements, then hey, solely up to both of you now to be as one. You're gonna have to sit at that table together because guess what? When you at that table, you gotta think about everything, not so much as the food that need to be put on the table, the battle plans that need to be put on that table, everything along those lines. If you do decide you want to build, you want to be a family structure to a degree. If things are holding up the way it's supposed to hold up, then guess what? You can pretty much do anything from there because you have a strong solace and a premise to say, well, look, we both wanted to do what's needed and what's necessary for the betterment and for the growth. In certain aspects of life, is always going to be repeats. Like the traditions, some traditions are good repeats because it does give soul balance. It does, let people know that there's still humanity and just morals and values and common sense left in the world. Some people are not going to do things because they just too selfish. And that's just the true nature of it. But I've always felt that form of selfishness, it does tarnish a lot of things. My thing is, if you don't want to be with somebody on that level, even if y'all do got some form, I'm gonna say it like this: even if you do got some form of connection, you don't want to be with somebody on a level like that. And just be honest. And if you are going to be with somebody in that situation, then you need to make sure that everything that you need to do is accounted for. Because once you decide to build, it's going to be a long road to the top of that mountain. Take into consideration again being with the person that wants you more than you want them. That old saying that beggars can't be choosers is the truth, even when it comes down to relationships. Beggars can't be choosers. You're not always going to get what you want, but you will get the things that you need. That's the main thing to remember. When you're able to think clearly, really observe and obsess over the things that you need to, it's the only time I believe in obsession. Because it's going to have a lot of different things that you are going to want to make sure is in this right order. So you might be obsessed with that. But don't let that little obsession become a major one. Like if you think you're overdoing something, stop. Take your time, calm down. And then you assess the situation. Some people are obsessed, prime example, about losing weight. Hey, don't let that obsession of losing weight become too much of an obsession because it can work against you as well. Key things in life. Main thing to remember is safety over everything again. You want to make sure the person that you sharing your safety with is who they is. But again, for you young men and women out there, think before you do things. Don't just think in the heat of a moment. Like I said, you know, we have that much of a wide range. It's good to have your own. It's good to find your own personal person to spend time with. Exactly, serious. You know, you just gotta remember that part. You know, engraved details only say one thing: be wise again in your decisions, especially when it does come to date. You want to be with somebody, prime example. There are people who want somebody that's going to respect themselves just as much as they respect them. You know, like, but hey, to each his own, because everybody thinks different. There are some of you who claim you do have respect for your significant other, but in certain cases, at least from the logical sense, you're really not. There are still protocols that need to be followed. If you really feel like you found your second half, your other piece, whatever you want to say, right? You better make sure again, hey, you know how to grip it and keep it locked in, and make sure that you're both locked in for the long haul. And again, having them conversations, keeping everything open and honest, respecting each other's wishes, boundaries, and everything. And if the person is showing you how much they want you, how much they love you, you just take that for what it is. Take that as a blessing. In my opinion, every man and woman that do come together and do stay together for the long haul, hey, my opinion, it was wishful thinking that came true. Some people are thinking that, everybody wants certain things, but again, you're gonna go through a process to get it. Not going to snag that right thing right off the rip. That's like you go into a store. You ain't going to grab the first thing you see as soon as you walk in the store. No. You're going to explore around. You're going to see what's what. You know, be wise. And some of you don't know. You put yourself in a situation because, look here, if you're dealing with somebody who is married, prime example, and that person does not care, they will go through the ends, even mess themselves up and crash out just to show how much they really do love and care for that person. Hey, hey, hey. Might as well just run on, find something else. But again, I've always felt like this. Ask the questions that need to be asked. Before you go as far as you think you're gonna go, make sure that person has nothing, I mean absolutely nothing, that can destroy or even mess up what you are trying to build. You know, and there's absolutely, you know what, be honest, serious, and I'll be honest with you on this. Um, Goes back to what I was saying on Thursday to some degree. You know, as long as you have certain things that are treading the boundaries of what traditions used to be sacred, what used to be wholesome, yeah, you know, gonna get that. And it is sad because again, it's just forming division. When in the long haul, again, we need each other. I don't need this. I don't need that. I don't need this. I don't need that. I don't need you. I don't need. That's the hell you do. Like, let's stop with the BS. I'm sorry to say it that way. We both need each other. And this is a man saying that. We both need each other. When you allow certain things to just override your overall process on how you move, that's a problem. It's polluted because, again, there's so many different, not just standards. It's just, it's too much opposition as well, too. You got some people who are that hard up and that upset because the person they might want don't want them. But you know, you have situations like that, or they are going to try to go through the depths to try to do something just to get them. So on and so forth. There's so many different factors. But again, if you learn to be open and honest from the jump, when you sit at that little intake, if that's what you want to call it, yeah, make sure this is somebody you want to lock in with. You know, like, come on now. That list is right there. See, look here. For some women, I'm not gonna lie. Some reasons why you are not having the things you are having is because of your mindset. You go with this mindset that you don't need men for nothing. Guess what? You do need us. It's the same way like we need you. It's like what are we getting at here? It's all about just finding somebody that best fits you. So can we stop with that we don't need each other shit? We do need each other. It's not just keeping the life cycle going. We need each other. Who the hell don't want to be spending the rest of their life with somebody that actually loves and shares the same things? Even if they are complete opposites. We share the same and we love the same as far as look. We love doing what's necessary for each other. We love being at the top of the chain right now. We love each other's presence, so on and so forth. Don't want that. If you don't want that, then I don't know. This is my view and opinion, but yeah, look, at some point, you'll come to that realization that you was wrong about it. But by the time you do so, it could be already either too late or you're going to have to be a part of that group that just has to settle with things. Don't wait forever just to find what you need. I hate these. You know, this is what I'm saying. Oh shoot. Hold on. What else popped up in here, man? Let me look down at this chat. Man. B, what's going on, my guy? What's going on, my guy? Exactly, Marley. That's what I be saying. Like people don't understand that. That you know, you gotta be reasonable. But again, you gotta be assertive. You gotta know exactly what fits your expectation. Again, it's not always about wants, it's about the needs. Now, when you get to a certain age, it'll probably be about wants. Like prime example, you done grew to a certain age together. Let's say if you blessed to still be with each other throughout the course of time. You're gonna want to make sure that your kids is safe, your kids is on board with things. You're gonna want to make sure that you both are still able to still be in each other's graces and presence. Come on now. Algorithm, what's going on, my guy? I already know if y'all just tuned in, the like button. And if y'all new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. No, it's the whole fact, serious. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's just this notion. Like I said, we both need each other. You know, and this is the thing, though. In certain situations, we are really devalued as a whole and as a general. Look here, I could say this: you can't put every man in every damn general category. Again, not every man is a cheater. Not every man is a abuser and a beater, scoundrel, snake, so on and so forth. Again, when you going through this thing called life, when you are, integrating and you are sitting over here, socializing with different people, you're gonna get different personalities. You're gonna get different views and opinions. You're gonna get different spirits, at least in my opinion. And when those spirits around you feel good, hey, those are people you keep around you, friend wise, bonds that are being built, hey, solely on you. You just got to remember that part, though. It's important. It's important for you to keep your mind solely focused on finding that other half. You want peace and solace, you want to share that with somebody, and you got to be willing to open up to that person. You never let fear cripple you. If you are claiming that you want to be with somebody, then you shouldn't fear on being open and honest with that person, especially if you have found somebody who's open. You know? You happen to find somebody that's meeting most of the criteria, especially somebody that's willing to fulfill those needs, prime example. What's the problem? The wants, yeah, you should want open communication at all costs. Because again, you don't got time to be wasting. And when you wasting precious time, you never know what could be lying around that corner. You know, when you're blocking yourself out of something good, or when you do got something, chicken, yeah, that and some steak. Mhm. Trying to figure out the rice part, something else. I don't know. My bad, y'all. I'm still scheming, doing some early cooking. So, but yeah, all in all, though, just appreciate the things. Appreciate the things that are needed. Not so much as wanted, but needed. If you find a person that's giving you at least a majority of that, like I said, friend wise, relationship wise, business wise, anything wise, this is the general message all around the board. That's how you do it. You got to be able to communicate and keep that whole line intact. But a lot of times you can't go off of hearsay, so it's always good to just pay attention to the most important details. And before you even think of moving further with somebody, again, just make sure that there's nothing that could be an element of surprise come down the line. It's just something real to think about. Preservation of life, preservation of that peace. Cautionary tale for some who need to hear because there are some people who lost their lives in that same type of situation. Husbands or wives finding out things they ain't supposed to find out. And not just that person done got unalive or possibly got themselves seriously hurt. They got others hurt and unalive. Can't play games like that. Find your own. There's some things in the world you can share. Other things, not so much. You can't share an individual. It's never gonna work. You can't share an individual when they are still with an individual. That will never work too. Now it's a whole fact algorithm, but see, look, there are some people who are still preserving that peace as well too. Like, because they came from that era, and if they didn't, guess what? They just value themselves. You know your self value and your self worth. I'm not going to be with somebody if I know they're going to be out there in these streets, possibly either bringing me something or so on and so forth. Don't need that, and vice versa. Nobody should have to worry about their significant other not doing what they're supposed to be doing. And again, you young men and women out there, if you are being cheated on, you're not supposed to tolerate that. You're gonna have to buckle up your straps and just go back to the drawing board. Life is not over. Sometimes it's good to float around, but be careful while floating around. And when you feel like you're in deep waters, then you need to sit down and have some form of strong conversation. And even with yourself, you need to have a convo within yourself. What do I want? What do I need? What's going to keep me here as far as what's going to keep me in the right state of mind? What's going to keep me motivated, inspired? Who am I going to share these precious moments with? So on and so forth. should be the sole purpose, the sole focus, at least from my perspective. But I ain't gonna hold y'all too long. Just want to chime in on this good old Saturday. IB, you gotta learn to start spacing out your words, good brother. Even if you are speaking Ebonics. Uh, Matter of fact, here, you take this with you. Take this with you. Come on now, man. Lucky I could read that, man. Lucky I could read that, man. Wait a minute, I know women. Wait, these people are going on. What the hell? Hold on one second. These. Yeah, my bad, y'all. And they try to get me a copyright right now. My bad. I hate to mute things like that, but apparently it's a concert going on. I'm about to get disturbed in the next probably 20 minutes. I smell it happening. Platty, baby. Nah, but this is what I'm saying before I get up out of here, though. Not doing people again. Listen. Yes, I was muted because I was trying not to get a damn copyright, which I already know I'm about to get. Had to play one on IB, son. Tired of you, man. You know, again, you find somebody that compliments you the best way. Stop just worrying about stop worrying about the exterior. You gotta find real face value when it comes to being with somebody. And if both of your hearts is not into it, then you move forward. You find somebody who definitely shares and wants to be shared the same way. But again, don't be with somebody that's already being with somebody. That form of sharing is not going to do nothing but cause you heartache, or cause you headaches, or cause you grief. There's no need. Again, cautionary tales. You do not want to be in a situation with somebody who's already with somebody and it comes back to bite you. Might not be it, but in some situations, the first time you put yourself in that danger, there's no coming back from that. Be with somebody who loves and respects you the way you do them. And again, actions speak louder than words. No, 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 this is a good talk. And again, shouts to 702 for popping in, baby. Hopefully somebody did get something out of this. For those who are following me on Clapper, I'll be back at 7:30. See, Platty, I'll be honest with you. I told you one time before. You can give up if you want. But then again, you're gonna give up on sole expectation on things. Like I said, most likely you'll find somebody right around that corner. And if you're both in some form of comfortable position, then hey, you do what's necessary. And in other situations, you might have to expand your reach. It's just like if you done been around situations in your neighborhood, prime example, then you move outside your neighborhood. You get outside your neighborhood, get to know, get to mingle. You don't just keep yourself complacent in one place. When you single, hey, you should be again expanding your options. But when you think you found the perfect option or just the perfect situation, and that's when you learn to clamp it down and keep it that way. Yeah, I know. I know. And you remember what happened last time when you tried to play me with that situation, Platty. You remember what happened last time, right? You remember what happened, right? You had got him for a minute, I believe. I think I gave him to you. I think I did. Nah, you don't give up just because things ain't going the way you think it's supposed to go. You still keep yourself on a strong, humble tip. Still keep yourself inspired. But all in all though, just something to think about for real. Keep your peace of mind. Keep yourself balanced. But again, just keep yourself safe. There's nothing safe about being with somebody that you know is married or in a full committed relationship. Never ends up good on either end. Again, take pride in yourself. Know yourself, value yourself, love yourself. Trust me, the right person will love you back. That being said, I appreciate everybody that tuned in. And again, for those following me, I'll see y'all tonight at 7:30. Always a blessing to bring something to the people. I appreciate everybody that's been a part of the build, still becoming a part of the build. We still got more great conversations. And again, shout out to 702 to pop it in, baby. Those just coming in, you already know you can catch this replay. Yeah, let me get up out of here. Time for me to finish off what I started, this cooking process. Now, what to make with this steak and barbecue chicken? Yes, I will figure that out. I'm gangster like that. But yeah, let me get up out of here. Hopefully, everybody enjoy the rest of their afternoons, evenings. Happy Sunday, Platty. I know they still playing the lottery over there. I want my numbers. Come on, man. I need my numbers. Oh wait, before I do get up out of here, I forgot. For everybody that's celebrating birthdays, I ain't forget about y'all. I ain't forget about y'all. There you go. And yeah, just for everybody else, you know what time it is. And yeah, let me get up out of here. Let me get up out of here. There you go. There you go. And it wouldn't be a live stream without getting one of these coming down the block, mother. No, man. Let me get up out of here. Again, for those just tuning in, you can catch this replay. And again, make sure you sharing this out. Like I said, it's time to start, bringing back that notion of common sense. Again, be with somebody who wants to be with you. Shows you that every day and makes it happen every day. But yeah, let me get up out of here. Finish cooking this dinner. There might be a food short coming later on. If y'all was new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Shout out to the replay gang. Shout out to the Shadow Mafia and the Shadow Babies. Y'all know what it is, baby. Everybody that was in attendance today, y'all already know that love is love and it'll be reciprocated as such. I don't know how to be fake. All I can do is keep it real. That's all I'm gonna do is give you real topics and real bills. You know what? Since I know I'm gonna get one of these again, just for entertainment purposes, I forgot I was supposed to do something. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. Motherfucker. Miss Robinson said, yo, she's supposed to get that bag back. Don't worry, y'all. I'll see y'all at 7:30. Y'all stay safe. Keep that third eye open. Until the next live, we out of here. Peace and blessings.